Welcome back, comrades, to the Lucky Die. Previously, Balance gains a biographer, Rhal sees through Aimer's eyes, and Zaltanna reconnects with a sister of battle. With Marnak confirming the shield is nearby, a guide secured, and Elise sharing the stories of what they are about to face, the Sandman decides to visit Zaltanna in her dreams. What was Aimer so concerned about in Balance's vision? Do they have enough information to obtain knowledge? And what will have Zaltanna learnt from her encounter with the Nocturnal Celestial? I guess we're about to find out. Welcome back to the Lucky Die. We had left it where Zaltanna had just experienced the dream and she had just woken up. It is fairly early in the morning. What do you want to do?
She's like waking up in like a cold sweat because that's some hard shit, man. She's definitely upset and she's probably going to like... Can she tell that that's like happening now and not like a reverberation from her past?
I need you to take either an Arcana check or an investigation or a wisdom check.
I'd rather do a wisdom check because I'm actually better at wisdom than I am intelligence.
Give me a non-meta reason.
The wisdom to know that that's not her past. That takes wisdom.
Do you not fuck it? Yeah, sure.
I got a 13.
That is not your past. That is a Death's voice. That is now.
Zaltanna is going to, like, flip her shit. She screams.
Yeah, you scream. You scream so loud that you wake everyone who is sleeping in the inn. Unfortunately, Rhal, you do not hear this.
Balance is running in the room with his sword drawn.
Caden is also running. Caden is partially dressed, I guess. And he's running in with his sword. His sword is like bright green. It's illuminating this room.
What happened?
Zaltanna.
It's Odette. She's alive, and the Sandman was in my head.
What?
Odette, my wife, is alive.
How do you know?
She was in my head too, and it wasn't from my past. She was calling for help. The double ones must have her. Elise said that she heard them, that she saw them dragging Odette and Tuck's bodies away. Oh my God, Tuck must be alive too. Oh, Elise. Oh my God, we have to go to Chatvok.
Well, we can't go right now. That's a bit far off and we still have a job to do here.
After we get knowledge, before we go back to Folsom, can we go to Chatvok?
We would have to pass through Folsom anyway.
We have to go as fast as we can. I need to tell Benno and Elise. Oh my God.
Caden puts his sword down. You can see the flame go out and he sits down next to you on the bed and puts his arms around you. It's like, I understand.
All those people I killed for nothing.
It's okay, Zaltanna. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna go find her.
And she's been alive the whole time, and she's been trying to get me to help her, and I couldn't, and I haven't. She's crying.
Caden is just basically just stroking your hair and trying to like do the shushing noises. We'll go look, but we have to do this first. If we don't save the world, we can't find her anyway.
Screw the world. She's more important to me.
He kind of like pulls away a little bit and looks at you. He says, I know. If Rose was, I know. But we still have to protect this world. We will go find her. I promise. But we have to do this first. We still have a job to do, and your life isn't yours. I'm sorry.
She punches the wall.
He lets go of you and picks up his sword and gives Balance gives him a look, puts his hand on his shoulder, and then walks away to his room.
What if we work something out?
She looks up at you, and there's like tears streaming down her face.
You were here when the attack happened, so that assumably means that there are double ones here in the city or town. Am I correct in that thinking?
Probably. They're everywhere.
If we can find them, I can get the information out of them.
And if they don't have it, can you help me get it out of Honorino? He was there that night. He would know. He's in Chatfuck.
Well, if we have to go to Chatfuck, then yes, I can get the information out of them too.
We have to go to Chatfuck. No matter what, we have to tell Elise and Benno.
As it stands right now...
You saw Elise. You saw her condition. You saw her drinking. She didn't used to drink like that. She killed somebody. And she hates me for it.
I think you started her down the right path, though. I think her leaving this town and getting back on the road might be good for her. But besides that, we need to have our priorities straight. I understand that you want to find your wife, and I will help. But I think that there's no point in trying to save one person when the entire world is at risk. So what we should do is go get the shield, because from what I understand, it seems like it can help us. When we come back through the town, we'll find some of these double ones, and I'll pull every secret out of their bodies.
She smiles cruelly. Good. You promise you'll help me?
Promise. This is kind of what I've been trained to do. And I'm trying to come to terms with the fact that it's no longer what I do, but at least I can put the skills to use somehow.
Okay. Let's go get that fucking shield. And she stands up and she grabs Cal and she puts back on her armor. And when I see that fucking Sandman, I don't know if I should thank him or if I should punch him. Punching's probably the better idea, but...
When you go to sleep next, let me know. I want to try something.
Does it have to do with going into my brain?
Unfortunately, yes.
I give you permission for this. Because to me, it's important to figure out, maybe you can backtrack her.
I can certainly try, and at the least, if he attempts to assail you within your mind, at least I may be able to help.
Yeah. I'm worried because he wanted to figure out what was doing whatever to my thoughts and my dreams. And I think it's Odette. And now I feel like she's in danger from him. And she's already in danger from the double ones. I've got to assume that they've got her. So, Balance, I'm scared. And I don't scare easy.
It's understandable. But you can either do nothing about it, or we can try to do something about it when the time comes.
Okay.
And with that, we find you guys, I assume, downstairs in the main barroom. If you're putting on your armor and making a move.
Yep.
It's that kind of time in the morning that you would be getting up kind of naturally anyway.
Yeah.
Rhal, you have also woken up, not through the scream, but through the dint of the fact you're kind of outside and it's cold and the sun is coming up.
And it smells like horse shit.
Sounds unpleasant. You kind of mostly are woken by the sound of footsteps, and you hear the young man, your ranger friend, turning up. And you see him walking into the bar.
Rhal gets up and kind of stretches and looks around and gives it a minute or two to kind of wake up and stands up and walks into the bar.
As you two guys come down into the bar, you see the door opens and Rhal has also come in. You hear footsteps coming down the stairs behind you, and Caden is wearing his armor and he has his sword ready. So I'm taking you to the mine now?
Yes, please.
If we make a quick move on foot, we should be there probably tomorrow morning. If not, if you have any faster means of getting there, like horses.
We have 2 horses and a cart.
Oh, it's to take a lot less time. A bit of cleaning here and there. Some of the paths are wide enough, but when we get to the mine itself, we'll have to stop. We won't be able to take them too close to it, but we should be there late this afternoon.
That sounds wonderful.
With me then. And he goes off. You see he kind of like looks around the thing. He sees that there's a single cart in here, assume it's yours, looks around at the horses. By the process of deduction works out there are 2 horses not normally here. It's a small town. And he hooks up Clack and Thistle. Hooks them up to the thing. He seems to be doing okay with Clack. Mostly. Just, dodging a hoof here and there, but just getting caught up and, the cart is up and ready to go.
I imagine he's having like a conversation with Clack, like, no, no hitting.
Don't kick me. That's rude. Yes, you hear a little bit of that here and there. And you see him like patting down his nose, etc. It's like, you're very beautiful, but you're such a dick. You see that, and you see him hook him up and whatever. And he jumps up on the front of the car. It's like, so ready to go?
Let's be on our way then.
Yeah.
Caden jumps up at the front and sits next to Sensor, and off you guys go into the wilderness. I don't know so much. You guys go off. You go through the kind of like out of the town fairly quickly. It's only a small town anyway, and you go through the trees. It's they're kind of pretty old trees, pretty big trees. The undergrowth is pretty thick here. There are occasions where you see we see Sensor jump off the cart and remove some debris and overgrown bushes and stuff that are just a bit too thick for the horses to get through right at this moment. And he often calls for your help to like move some fallen trees here and there. And between you make pretty good progress according to this young lad. And do you guys travel in silence? Do you say anything to each other? Is there anything you want to update anyone on, or?
Balance probably along the way would be asking Sensa about like the mines and what he knows of it.
Oh, the mines. So far as I know, the mines shut down a couple of years ago. They broke through to some old mining shaft down there, and then people were like, fuck no, I'm not being here anymore. And that was the end of that, really. That's when most of the dwarves moved out of the town.
Have you ever gone in yourself?
No, I much prefer the woods.
Understandable.
All right.
Zaltanna's gonna catch Rhal up on the dream thing.
Oh yeah, Rhal, the things that happened.
Rhal, you missed We talked to Cal about what happened to the Valkyrie and the Sandman or whatever, and then the Sandman was in my dream, and then my wife isn't actually dead.
And now I owe 2 people for finding their fucking wives and their murderers or not murder. You guys are really, really stretching me thin here.
Mine is dead. But
for now, for all I know, she's probably not at this point.
no, I could let you see it if you wanted.
No, but, I'm quite all right, thank you.
That is good. How can you be sure?
I heard her in my head. She's been trying to reach through to my dreams. It wasn't from a past.
Well, that is good. We can look into that for sure. Yes.
I like how Sense is just sitting through all this. Like, yep, this is normal conversation.
I want to find her, and then when we finish this, and she looks at Caden, don't be mad, but I'm gonna take her and I'm gonna run when we're done with the apocalypse.
He looks at you and he says, "In theory, Lyndon has agreed to pardon you or guilty or not. I will not let him follow you, even if he welches."
Thank you. I don't trust him, but I trust you. You're honorable.
You have my word. If there was any way that Rose wasn't, I would do the same.
Thank you. I don't know where we'll go, but
it doesn't matter. You'll be with her.
Yeah. I feel like I did my time for what I did.
You hung for it. Just because it didn't take it was not your fault. He kind of has like a wry smile.
She smiles back at him. You're good people, Caden.
Thank you. And then Sensor cuts in. It's like, so after that very strange conversation, we basically have to go on foot now. And he pulls the animals to a stop.
Right. Are we going to be able to leave the horses here? Are they going to be able to sustain themselves until we come out?
They should be fine. Should be totally fine out here. There's not many natural predators other than, the Celestials or the Infernals or such like, so.
And the wolves?
Yes, there are wolves, but they should be fine for a while. I won't be going into the mine with you if that's where you're planning to go, but I can talk to your horses.
Will you take care of the horses and wait for us?
Sure.
I have been kicked by that one. I think it can take a wolf.
Yes, this one, the big black one with white diamonds, is very rude. Should be able to kick the shit out of anything. Clack. And he said, I can stay here. You can... Such a bunch of dicks. Why did I name this?
Just say Fissel, like with an F.
Fissel. It's fine. So... Oh my god, that's terrible. Please cut that.
Nope.
Nope.
Fuck. So, yes, I can stay here. You should be able to find your way from here. There's a path. It's fairly easy to follow. Let's take you straight to the mine.
Okay.
Very well. And just in case, here is, and Balance is going to hand him 2 gold pieces.
Sweet.
Here is payment ahead. And should we come back out of the mines, I will give you 2 more.
If we look undead, shoot us.
Oh, no, I shall be running. There's no turning back.
Yeah, no, if we're looking undead, just run.
Yes, there'll be no chance at all. How long do you want me to wait for you?
A day?
Not more than a day. I feel like we're going to be in there for, maybe
Give it 3 days.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, 3 days.
If we're not back out after 3 days, return to town. And if we do come out after that, we'll find you.
Seems fair.
Hopefully we'll still be alive.
Rhal's a little bit concerned that we're going to be underground for more than just a small time.
Well, I'm just being sure, covering my bases.
Yeah,
I can't be positive.
You see him like lift like 2 thumbs up at you, and it's like, so you better start on your way. Good luck.
Thank you.
You guys follow this pathway. Sometimes it's a little difficult to follow, but between the 4 of you, you make good time. And you arrive at this mine just probably about 3 or 4 hours before sundown. You guys made really good time because you were in the cart. Using Thistle. Yes, Thistle and Clack. Sorry, I really struggle to remember I named these goddamn horses. Why did I do that?
Clack and Thistle.
Clack and Thistle. You arrive at this mine. It's clearly been abandoned for a long time. There are wooden planks across the entrance that have been like hastily erected, and there are signs in Elven and Dwarven that say "keep out, stay away, dangerous," that kind of stuff. They're quite old. They've been here for quite a while. You see, there's a bit of rot that has set in on this wood, and a couple of them have fallen to the ground. There are abandoned carts in various places. There is what remains of an old tent, which has been torn and pulled apart, but it's just laying on the ground. You can see a few utensils and what's clearly a very, very, very old fire pit. This is what you guys see when you arrive. The entrance to the mine is pretty big, probably about 3 or 4 dwarves wide, that sort of thing.
Okay. Do you say dwarves or doors?
I mean, is there a difference?
I said dwarves because I find it really difficult to distinguish like signs and stuff. What?
Casey's mad at my joke.
Here at TLD, we measure length and number of dwarves. The thing is, wide
How
or
heavy
long.
is it? It's a standard dwarf. Uh-huh. See, I can do that as standard size is easier than feet and inches and like yards and fucking meters. So can we just agree that a dwarf is about 4 foot, 4'5", and wide? And
4 by
hefty.
4.
They're a cube. They're 4.5 by 4.5
squares.
cube.
It's easy to
Can
measure
we say
things
that
in.
when we're measuring like the width of a dwarf, instead of like actually like saying about like the width of a dwarf, we can just say like we're lying them on their sides. So like if you're lying them on their sides, how many dwarves wide is this door?
But that's about
Okay.
3 fisties right there.
No,
but
fisties.
Fisty is a unique case because he's got a fat ass.
Yeah, fisties fat ass is
Fisty's
its
got a
own
fat
unique
ass.
case.
Okay, so it's either a standard dwarf, which is a standard measurement, or it's a Fisty's fat ass, which is for the slightly larger. It's between
Oh my
a
goodness.
dwarf and 2 dwarfs. So
Right, it's like the
Fisty's
difference
dwarf
between
and
a
half.
yard and a meter.
Fisties
Yeah,
has a
yeah.
4th dimension, and he's a cube. Whereas regular dwarves, you'd only be able to measure by length and width.
Oh my god.
I
Okay.
quit.
Oh Jesus. I'm out. I'm out now. Yeah,
I
it's
can't do this anymore.
yeah, it's about 3 or 4 dwarfs wide. 3 dwarves could walk comfortably astride. 4 if you're squeezing them in.
Oh God. Okay.
What the fuck is this game devolved to?
Measurement
Oh,
by
man.
dwarves.
Measured by dwarves. All right, so you arrive at this place, and it's a good couple of dwarves wide. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going to take off my sweater. I'm putting my arm through one end of the sweater, and I'm going to tie off the end. And then it's going to kind of hang loose off of my shoulder, and I'm going to tie the other part to my waist to give myself one kind of magical punching arm to fight ghosts with. Less than
Toga.
ghosts.
Toga.
Caden gives you a very like odd look of like what are you doing?
Same.
They said they were ghosts.
Okay.
I don't see the correlation between what you just said and what you just done.
I spit acid on my sweater. It does magic. I don't have magic hands. So now I do.
Well, you could just go lick the ghost, Rhal. Just kind of,
Yeah, he gives you like a well-considered look of like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Right. First order of business. Torch. Because Rhal and Caden, you both can't see in the dark. Or can you, Caden?
No.
Okay. Just making sure you didn't have something I don't know about.
Mm-mm.
All right. So, Rhal, I think you have torches, right?
I have the couple we found in the, spiders.
All right, well, light up one of those and let's head on in.
How much rations do you guys have? I have enough for 5 days.
Assuming it's whatever amount that was in the pack, that would be 10.
I have 2 days.
I have no idea.
Assuming the amount of pack, have you been striking off the amount that you've been eating?
No.
I haven't.
I'm very bad at that because I don't usually track that.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, shit. We had eaten rations, haven't we? Because we camped.
Yeah, we had enough to get here.
All right, roll a d6, and that's how many you have.
Okay.
Only one of you has to roll it, and that's how much everyone has.
Between us or like individually?
No, as individually.
Okay, I'll do it. Actually, no, I don't want to do it. Roll20 hates me.
Hold on.
Your last 2 rolls were a 17 and a 19.
Those were with advantage. I had to force Roll20 to give me something.
Oh, yeah, Neil, do it, because you got to, like,
I rolled a couple.
20.
It's going to be a 1, though, watch. That's 5.
You guys all have 5 days of rations.
All right,
Is that what Caden said? Yes,
fine.
it was. You all have 5. It may or may not become important. And also, someone needs to be making sure they're tracking their gold. Arch.
I am tracking my gold.
I am tracking.
I have 197 gold right now.
How much gold did I give you to start with?
350, I believe.
Yes, it was 350. I can't remember if it was 3 or 5.
Yeah, it was
Like
350, and then it was 120, and then another whatever the fuck for the
Cool.
cart.
Cool. Some random ass amount. I just couldn't remember if it's 550.
I've been ticking it off.
That's good. Good. All right. Yeah, you'll respond with it. You all have 5, the same as Caden. Okay, it's good to know. I have some torches as well, so
Good.
after you.
Brave heroes first.
Well, go ahead, Doormaster.
Lord of the Doors, thank you very much.
Lord of the Doors.
All right. Zaltanna walks in first.
There are wooden planks barring your way. Are you carefully removing them? Are you kicking them down with Foot of Dean? Are you smiting them into oblivion? Are you going to read the signs on them? Are you going to check around the campsite outside? What are you doing? There's so much to do.
Wait, there's a campsite?
Yeah.
I told you there was.
I didn't catch that.
Yo,
Pay
what listening?
I would use acid, but we might need it. So I'm just gonna punch the planks to break them.
Cool.
Balance wants to check out the camp outside while they're doing that.
Sure, let's do that first.
As Balance is walking away, he hears crack.
Yeah. You don't need to roll to hit these. They are standing in front of you. I mean, unless you like pull a muscle, you're gonna break them. You could, but you didn't. All right, let's go outside before we deal with the breaking of like the Zen monk master like breaking these wooden planks.
Zen.
I punch good.
You punch good.
You do punch good.
So what are you doing outside?
Checking out that camp.
All right, so as y'all missed it, I assume you missed the description too. There is a tent which has been torn to pieces and laying on the ground. It's clearly pretty old. There's remains of a very, very old campfire here. And there are like some overturned carts and the such like. What are you looking at in particular?
Balance wants to look around the camp to see first if there are any hostile creatures in the area recently.
Okay, take a survival.
All right. 17.
Nope.
All right. And then he wants to check to see if there's anything salvageable of use in the camp.
Where specifically in the camp?
The tent, the carts.
I'm going to say you're looking at the tent. The carts are kind of overturned. There's only kind of like rocks and rubble in there. Have a look at the tent. So take a investigation for me.
Wow, that is a 9.
You dig through it and you find the remains of like a couple of crates which have clearly been broken open, and there are remains of armor, but it's been long since torn and broken and such like. You also find an oil lamp with some oil still in it, and a lighting mechanism. You also find a rolled up piece of paper. Yeah, you find a rolled up scroll.
All right. Balance is going to pick up the lamp, and then he wants to look at what the scroll says.
When you open it up, you find it's quite a large scroll. Unfolds, and you find it's actually a map.
What kind of map?
It is a map of the. It is a map of the mine shaft. There's a couple of different layers on there, and some of them are fairly well fleshed out. The top few layers are clearly very well drawn. There's here be coal, here be silver, here be mithril and that good shit. There's that all over the place. And then there's a third level down, which looks like it's down a particularly random set of shafts that seem to be going down. And looking at it, you see that this one isn't filled in very well. There are a couple of large open spaces. And you can see that there are numbers all throughout this mine this map, which seem to indicate possibly, you would think, the order in which they were exploring things. And you can see that the latest one is 59 or something. And it leads to an open area, but they haven't filled it out.
Jackpot. Balance is going to return to the group with a big smile on his face.
And as you return with a big smile, you see Rhal just ninja punching the shit out of this wood, and he'll just crack perfectly and just fall down.
Good hit, Rhal. Now just do that a few more times.
Thank you. Yes.
What have you found?
Two things. One, I found this lantern, so one of you two non-dark vision types can take it.
Oh, well, we already started the torch. We should save the lantern.
Save it for later.
Right, yeah.
And I found the piece de resistance. This, and Balance holds up the map.
Oh.
Smiling.
Where are we going? And you know where we are going here?
This definitely makes it a lot easier to know where we're going.
Yeah, but we still don't know where inside the thing is.
Well, it's not going to be in the regular mine. It's going to be down here, and he points at the lower levels. It's going to be somewhere in the old mine that they were excavating in, where there's supposedly all the bad things.
It looks pretty far down, doesn't it?
Even on a map, it looks fairly low down.
Yeah, Rhal puts his sleeve up to his nose and
you know what you're going to do now?
Yeah. I'm going to roll the save. Oh, god damn it.
God damn it.
Holy shit.
Go ahead, Neil. What was that?
God.
It's a natural 1.
Rhal passes out.
Oh.
God damn it.
God. Oh my god.
Oh, wait. One of us, who has the smelling shit?
I have some.
Can you just give him a whiff of that? I'm not using my shit on him right now.
Zaltanna, you have some too, by the way.
Hmm?
Also, Zaltanna has the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, you see Caden kneel down next to Rhal. You see him pull this small little vial. It's much, much smaller than the one that Zaltanna has. And you see there's not a lot left in here. And you see him waving it in front of Rhal's nose. And you see his nose twitch a little. And you begin to come round into consciousness again.
Yeah.
You good?
Not excited.
Really? I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
What's wrong? And Caden sits you up so your back is against the entranceway.
Small spaces. It's hard to explain.
Okay. Can you try to simplify it then?
Small spaces, yes. I don't like them.
So you're claustrophobic.
Right. The fourfold was fine. I mean, I didn't like it at first, but it was somewhere I knew, Small spaces, being restrained, any of that, not a big fan.
And yet you like giving hugs.
I'm not being restrained against my will with a hug.
Oh, it's the will, it's not the restraining. Okay, gotcha.
Are you going to be okay? We have to go pretty far.
Yes, well, I kind of have to be okay, huh? We'll just kind of make do, I guess.
Caden stands up and pulls you to your feet. Well, we have to go anyway.
I know, I'm aware.
Just, if it gets too much, just stop and say we can take a moment or two.
Okay.
After to you guys.
Well, Rhal was kung fu mastering the wood down, so as you were.
It's pretty much broken down.
All of it? Okay.
Yeah. You guys can definitely walk in. I mean, you only needed like the space for like maybe a dwarf and a half.
Okay. Well, Lord of the Doors, after you.
Yes, Lord of the Doors, that's me. And she walks in.
I'll follow up on the rear. Rhal and Caden, you should probably stay in the middle.
Okay.
Okay. You guys walk into the mine. It's like the initial corridor that you walk into is quite wide. You see that there are tracks on the ground. You can see that there is a cart that has been long abandoned. Like the wheel shaft itself is like kind of broken down, and you can see the rocks have tumbled and the cart is overturned. And you see this in a fair few places as you go further into this mine. It opens up into a particularly large cavern. And you can see that there are many entrances up and down, left and right, all over the place. You can see it on a couple of different stories, in fact. But looking at your map, you know where to go. And you probably travel for a fair few hours on this first level. Everything here is pretty wide, pretty well tooled out. There are sconces for torches all over the place. There are tracks on the ground. You come across the odd cart which hasn't completely deteriorated.
Yeah, you had it.
Fuck, that word. Oh my god, I'm stuck on that word now. Which has done that all over the place. You find the remains of many picks. You find mostly like the shafts and the kind of headpieces. Sometimes they're broken, sometimes they're not. You find the remains of quite a few lamps here, there, and everywhere. This was clearly a worked mine, but it kind of looks as if people have just dropped tools and run. It takes you a good few hours. You arrived here probably a few hours before dusk. And by the time you kind of hit this kind of this very small, no, this would be particularly large because it's the first level. You kind of reach this large area that has been worked out that seems to be going down a pathway which is kind of wide enough for a cart. It's fairly secure. You kind of, as you walk along, you kind of like kick up other pebbles down and you hear it like clatter downwards. And you go down this onto the second level. And by this point, you would assume it's nightfall. Do you guys want to continue traveling at night within a very dark space? But you have been awake all day.
Gonna have to make camp, but I'm not comfortable after the story Elise told us.
Well, it's not exactly like we can just keep trouncing on.
No, I guess not.
So we are stopping?
We sort of have to, don't we?
Unless we want to overdo ourselves, I guess we do.
Balance, since you only need like 4 hours of meditation or whatever, you want to take first watch?
That's fine by me.
Okay.
I can technically take 2 of them.
Okay. Just take the first one. We'll figure it out later.
Well, who am I waking up?
Yeah, you can wake me up.
All right. Well, Balance is going to just situate himself in a spot where he can kind of keep watch of the entrances and exits.
After you've come down this kind of like the pathway that has been like hewn in, you kind of find that there's 3 ways. You pick. It doesn't really matter. They all look kind of similar, especially, in the pitch dark of a mine. You find a little area which is not in that main area where there are loads of ins and outs, and you guys ensconce yourself down there. This place is slightly less worked and is a little bit more cramped than the open passageways above, but you find somewhere that you can put yourselves down. Small fire is made. Kada makes a small fire just so you can cook and eat and have something fairly doable. So you only really have to look in 2 directions. I would like you to make a perception roll for me, please.
Sure. 18.
Off in the distance, you hear the sounds of dripping water. You hear the sounds of rushing water. And that's all you really hear. It's coming from further down this particular passageway, and it correlates with your map. You know that there's a waterfall of sorts in here. You don't really hear or sense or see anything else during your watch.
Oh, that's good. During his watch, Balance is also going to have his psychic assault focus on, just because his other focuses are not really useful in this situation.
Oh, handy to know. Are you doing anything else? I know you'd spoken to Zaltanna about doing a thing with her. Are you doing that still? Are you meditating and trying to do anything else? I just want to check if you're actually doing anything on your...
No, once his watch is over, he's going to wake Zaltanna up and then go into his meditations.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, when you wake her up, she's going to say, Balance, when I go back to sleep, after I wake up, whichever of the two of them I want to wake up next, since you'll have had a couple hours of meditation, do you want to try that thing that we were talking about?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. You can attempt to do that. What are you doing?
Well, we're going to do it after I'm done with my watch.
Okay. So you wake up Zaltanna next?
Yep.
Okay. Zaltanna, I need you to make a perception check for me.
Yep. That is a 6.
Never mind, we're all dead anyways, so. You don't hear the zombies as they rip your throat out. Arr, arr.
You don't hear anything. Your watch is long. Your watch is boring. You kind of sit there and nothing really happens at all. You see Balance sitting there meditating, eyes half open, half closed. You see Caden rolling over and just like snoring. You see Rhal laying there asleep, occasionally twitching. That's the extent. And then you feel something vibrating near next to you. You feel clank, 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 clank. This kind of like rumbling entity coming towards you guys. And I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
All right. Let's hit it. Balance. What'd you get?
7.
Holy shit.
Yolanda, don't forget to roll one for Caden, too.
I did. That was 13.
Oh, I thought you were rolling it for the whatever we were getting attacked by.
Caden's gonna wake up and just fucking shield bash. Or no, he doesn't have a shield. Fuck.
Doesn't have a shield.
I in my head, he has a shield.
He about to.
Oh, fuck that. That shield is mine. I can't even use it and I want it.
All right. Right. So Balance got
A 7.
Rhal. What did you get?
I got an 11.
Zaltanna?
I got a 6.
Well, they got a natural 1.
Good.
So regardless, they are going to go last. However, they do get the surprise round because Zaltanna wasn't paying any attention.
Got 2 6s in a row. I'm hanging my head in shame.
You become aware of this kind of vibrating rumbling, and as you look around to what this is, you see that there is this small creature. It's about 3 foot. It's half a dwarf. You see this small creature. It's comprised of
Is it half a dwarf literally because it's a zombie?
No, it's not.
Okay.
There are 6 legs on this thing. It's essentially just 6 legs with a body. And it looks like it's comprised mostly of rock, but you can see that occasionally as it shifts and it's launching itself at you, there are underneath it, there is kind of the squishier, fleshier aspects to it. It has a couple of very sharp fangs, very solid looking fangs, and you can see its eyes are multifaceted and it has 2 of them. And you become aware of this as it bites down on your arm, or at least attempts to.
On me?
Yep.
Okay.
Because you're awake.
Is this a rock spider?
6 legs.
6 legs, but
I
it's
know
a
it
rock
has 6
something.
legs, not 8, but
It's a rock something.
I'm so mad.
For 16 versus your armor class.
That is exactly my armor class.
Then it hits you, and it hits you for 8 damage. You are aware that there are 3 of them. Let's call one right in front of you. We'll call him Rocky. You can see that behind it, as it comes scuttling, one of them goes scuttling, basically between your legs. We'll call him Stony, and he is heading towards Balance. And we see the last one as it scuttles up the wall and drops down next to Rhal's head. We'll call him Pebble.
So there's 3 of them now?
Yep. You are aware of 3 of them.
Great.
So we have Rocky going for Zaltanna, Stony going for Balance, and Pebble landing next to Rhal's head, but they haven't had a chance to attack because they had to use all of their movement to get to them. All right, top of the round. Fuck me, it's Caden. Caden wakes up, hearing the sound of these things like chomping and attacking on his companion. He grabs his sword lights up green, and he goes to slash at the one next to Rhal.
Oh,
That is the second time he has naturally crits.
Damn.
Damn, son!
Caden's just gonna carry us through this campaign.
And he attacks this thing for 14 damage.
And then the
Nice.
fire damage, right? Because he's using green flame blade.
It's a magical flavor text.
Oh,
He just did a standard attack because he's just woken up. He was like, oh, holy crap, and just like splat this bloody fucking thing. Nice. All right, that was Caden's go. Basically rolled over and just smacked this thing with his sword. He's not quite standing. He's kind of like half crouched, and you have just woken up Rhal to the sight of this kind of stony thing going for your head, and this green sword like smashing down right next to it and upon it. Right, it is now saying that Rhal's turn.
Okay. Wow. So I'm gonna just in a panic punch it
Punch
because
it. Pop it.
I don't enjoy it. I think
Okay.
I'm trying to I think that he does like a downward motion with his punch. Like he's not punching it with like the front of his fist. He's kind of like trying to squash it.
like he's
Okay.
slamming it.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, we'll go with that. Yeah,
Downward.
sure.
23 to hit.
You are wailing on this thing. Yes,
Does that hit
you
it?
definitely hit.
Okay. 7 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do my other one.
Oh shit, you can attack again, can't you? Oh shit, Caden could have. Fuck. Oh, never mind. There we go. I'm just gonna say he just woke up.
Okay, yeah, Rhal's very scared. He's gonna hit it again. 23 to hit
God damn it! Yes.
for 6 damage.
Okay.
And then having a sudden burst of energy, using a point to hit it again. And I'm still kind of lying down. He's just panic swinging at this
Are
thing.
you hitting it like an alarm clock?
Yes.
I'm awake, bonk, bonk.
Go for it.
That one's only an 11.
Realizing that it's not an alarm clock, you completely miss the third time round. Your arm just like smashes like into the ground near it. Unfortunately, you miss with that one. Pebble is still alive and kicking. All right. Balance. You have woken up to the sound of like a couple of hits against stone. And you've hit smash, smash, and a complete miss. There is one which is coming right towards you. As you wake up, you see this thing scuttling towards your face.
Wonderful. Balance is in a panic, going to stand up, and he is going to use his psionic blast for 3 psi points.
All right. What does that do, and what does it look like?
As an action, you choose one creature within 60 feet. The target takes 1d8 psychic damage per point spent on the ability.
Okay.
And that is essentially Balance waking up, panicking, and just full-on like psychic assaulting this thing.
Okay. Do whatever it is you need to do.
All right, so 3d.
Most importantly, click the fucking button.
That's only 1d8. I have to roll 2 more because I'm putting more points into this.
There's no save.
That's depressing. No, the psionic blast is the auto hit.
Oh, because it costs side points, right?
Right. It's like the psychic version of magic missile.
Yeah, because it costs side points, yeah.
So that is 11 psychic damage total.
All right, you see this thing scuttling towards you. It does not at all change its trajectory. It doesn't seem to give any monkeys, but you're aware that you have damaged its fragile little mind.
And Balance is going to draw his swords.
Okie. Your sword's drawn. All right. It's now Zaltanna. You have this thing launched onto your arm.
Yeah, Fuck that thing. I'm gonna hit it with. I'm gonna use my other arm to unsheath Cal.
Yes. Destroy it.
I'm gonna be like, get the fuck off my arm, and I'm gonna hit it with Cal.
Oh my god, if you chop your own arm off.
Nat 1.
I'm going to let you know, Nat 1, you will do damage to yourself because you are attacking your own arm with Cal.
Well, I'm
go
wearing
for it.
armor on my arm, so.
Yeah, it's still going to hurt.
No, yeah.
Damn, girl.
Cal is amazing.
What did you get?
24 to hit.
And how much damage do you do? You definitely hit this thing.
I hit it for 10 damage.
All right, Rocky doesn't look happy. As you swing Cal down, you basically managed to like knock it off your arm. Flavor text, it didn't really do much. It was still in contact with you. But yeah, you've managed to give this a good solid thwack. Are you doing anything else?
I have this really good thing as a vengeance paladin that I got at level 3. And now I can't remember what it's called, and I'm really
Vow of
annoyed.
Enmity.
Yes. Basically, it works like Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
You also get advantage on attacks against the target.
Yeah. Isn't that what Hunter's Mark does?
No.
Oh.
Casey, you
Hunter's
played a
Mark is
ranger. I'm
extra
disappointed.
It was forever ago. It was like 2 years
All
ago.
right, click the button and then I'll read it. So bonus action, you can utter a vow of enmity against a creature you can see within 10 feet of you using your channel divinity. You gain advantage on attack rolls against the creature for 1 minute or until it hits to 0 or falls unconscious.
Here, I'll
so
put the text in there. Just
Yeah, so essentially, you vow enmity against this fucking creature, and then you will have advantage on it. What do you do? What is this vow? I'm sorry, it's just funny that when y'all have vows and stuff, I need to hear this vow, man. I mean, what are you cursing at this thing?
I swear to Tyr, by the end of this night, you will be in hell.
Perfect. Amazing. And with that, you guys see, like, as she utters this final words, your holy symbol lights, and you see the symbol of Tyr appear upon this creature. You see it appear on its lower thorax, and it's shining like a beacon for you. You will definitely be able to beat the snot out of this much easier next time. Okay, that was her go, and it is now going to be the monsters' go. Our little cretins in disguise. Let's start with Rocky because it's just had a vow of enmity placed against it, and it turns around, scatters up the wall a little bit, and launches at Zaltanna.
Eat my dick.
Why was that not your vow of enmity?
Listen, man, it's late.
And it attacks you for 9 versus your armor class, which I feel is not going to do anything.
It so definitely fails.
The creature that is the Stony, who is making its way towards balance, scutters forward and then just basically launches itself at your knee. For 19 versus your armor class.
That'll hit.
You feel its like very kind of stony fangs sink into the side of your knee, and you take 8 damage. And it lets go and drops to the ground.
I used to be an adventurer like you, and then I took a spider to the knee.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's not a spider. It has 6 legs.
It's a stone spider.
It was going to be a spider, and then you were like, no. Fuck
No.
spiders.
It's only got 6 legs, not
Only
8.
6 legs.
No, and they're like 3 feet. I mean, they're like half a dwarf wide. Fucking
Oh.
Don't make me call Onyx, goddammit.
It's not a spider. All right, and finally Pebbles, which is being hit like an alarm clock next to Rhal's head. Pebbles goes to bite at your face. It is
Oh no.
fucking cute. It's still 3 feet, like round. It's going to eat your face, dude.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, exactly. You see these fangs like go down for your face for 20 versus your armor class.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
And it sinks into the side of your face, like just below your eye. You feel 2 of them just like sinking into the side of your face, and you feel it like tear the flesh a little for 8 damage.
Oh.
It's now top of the round, so it's Caden again. Seeing this kind of creature biting into Rhal's face, Caden kind of like panics a little bit. It's like crap, and you just see him go to kick this ginormous 3-foot thing, like try to just kick it off your face. So he's not getting anything in particular for this because it's just too funny. Oh, wait, no, I don't have to do that. It's improvised, so
I have a kick Rhal in the head button already.
That'd be a shove attack, right?
Yes, it would be, yeah.
I think that's
but
like athletics.
he does actually miss on that one, but he does have a second attack because I forgot he had it.
Does he kick me in the face?
No, he's not gonna. No, he doesn't kick you in the face. He just actually kicks. He hits it, but it doesn't shift. So he changes tack a little bit. So he just goes to rugby tackle it off of your head, and completely misses. Caden just basically flies over the top and comes back up in a fighter stance, holding his weapon like crap. It didn't work. Rhal. Speaking of, it's now Rhal's go.
Is this thing still attached to my face?
No, it's let go of your face.
Okay.
But it hurt. It hurt a lot.
Okay. It's all my movement to stand, right?
It's half.
Half. Okay. Well, I don't need to really go anywhere. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna stomp on it.
Oh, go for it. Take an attack roll.
16.
That misses.
Okay.
Essentially, you go to crunch down on it, and you get your foot on it, but you can't really do anything to it.
10.
That again just misses. You actually just completely miss this time around.
All right. Gonna do a point again. 12. Nope.
You kick it like one of the segments. It just seems to have no effect, like at all.
All right.
Sorry, man.
I'm just playing DDR over here. Don't mind me, guys.
You doing butterfly?
doing butterfly.
It's now Balance's turn.
Hi.
This creature is just basically, it attacked your knee. It's now jumped down onto the ground. Is about to attack you again. What do you want to do?
Balance, seeing that Rhal trying to pummel the shit out of it, it's not really helping much. Balance is going to turn, look at the one that's currently chomping at his knee, and he's going to use his mind thrust, and he's going to try to see if he could burn it like Marnak did to him.
Cool. Go for it.
All right.
I need to roll something, do I not?
That is... Why is there fire damage? There's no fire damage.
Neil, why did you roll performance?
I wanted to see how good my DDR was.
Oh, okay.
That is... So it needs to make a DC 14 intelligence saving throw.
Funnily enough, it fails.
So it takes 9 psychic damage.
Did he set it on fire?
You kind of you're attempting to duplicate what Marnak did to you, and you see a very small flame just erupts over one of its leg sections, and it responds in kind as if it has been set on fire, but then realizes it hasn't, but the damage is already done. All right. Is that all you're doing?
Yep.
All right. It's now on to Zaltanna.
Cool. I'm gonna hit Rocky again.
Cool.
It's time.
It's with advantage because you have Vow of Enmity.
Yes. It was 19.
Yes, you smash it. How do you hack at it? How do you slash at it? What are you doing?
I'm gonna bring it right down over its head, like an overhead thing.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's below me, right? I'm gonna flip Cal facing down in my hand, and I'm gonna stab down at it like that.
Like a reverse pulling Excalibur out of the stone.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Right, I fucking love it. Cool. Yeah, you do that. You smash down and you see it's kind of like a body section, just there's a huge crack in it now. It looks unpleasant. Is there anything else you can do? Anything else you want to do?
No. Oh man, can I backtrack and do Wrathful Smite first? Because I forgot it's next time you hit with a melee weapon.
Close enough, sure.
Okay. So that's
okay. So Wrathful Smite is next time you attack, you do an extra 1d6 psychic damage. So in total, you've done 10 damage. Additionally, the target is a creature. It must make a Wisdom saving throw or be frightened. Awesome. It got a natural 20 and gives 0 fucks. But essentially what you do is you flip Cal down and you ram point first into this thing, and you just see this kind of small bolt coming from the pommel, which just smacks this thing hard in the head, and you see it kind of chitter and
Wait, what did you say it got?
Natural 20.
Oh, 20. I thought you said natural 10, and I was like, okay, but my DC is much more than that.
No, it's natural 20. It gives 0 fucks. But yeah, you guys see this thing kind of like shake its head a bit as it gonna gets hit by a bit of psychic lightning. All right, it is now my little guys go. Rocky, having just been like stabbed in the back, is not too happy with this and will attempt to jump and attack your middle section. So you see its fangs diving for your chest. For 13 versus your armor class.
No, doesn't hit.
Yeah, not a single hit. We will go to Stony. Yep, Stony, who is going for balance. It's going to attempt to attack the other knee now. It has a thing for you. Let's go for the knee. For 22 versus your armor class.
You know, that one's gonna miss. No, that absolutely gets me.
It does an almost identical thing. You feel like 2 very solid fangs sink into the other side of your knee, and it kind of tussles its head a bit and like wrenches its fangs out, and you see blood kind of like squirting out of 2 holes.
Ow.
You take 8 damage. Yep.
Guys, I'm not looking so good.
Finally, we move on to Pebbles, who is actually going to attempt to touch Caden, because Caden has been attempting to beat the snot out of it. To be fair, it's just flown over the head, so it's going to dive at Caden. For 10 versus Caden's armor class, and that's not going to hit. It is now Rhal's go. What do you want to do? This kind of horrible spidery thing is attempting to attack Caden.
Isn't it Caden's turn?
Oh no, fuck it, it's Caden's go. You're right, yeah. Caden will... Oh man. Caden will tip his head back, and you hear like... And you see 3 like purplish glows emit from his throat and smash down at this spider. At this not spider. As he casts magic missile. First one hits for 3 and basically smashes into one of its fangs. The second one hits for 4 and smashes into the other fang. And the final one also hits for 4, but this one goes for one of its multifaceted eyes.
Damn, Caden.
And Pebble is smoked. Pebble is broken into small, tiny pieces.
Gert, come help me, please. It hurts. My knees.
You are like asking for help in character, yeah?
Yes, please.
Okay. I just needed to know.
And yes, now it is Rhal's go. Pebbles has been obliterated by 3 tiny purple shards.
So it's dead.
It's friggin' dead. It's turned into Pebble, yeah. You see Caden just like leaning on his sword, like just like waving for you to go to balance, because magic's not massively his thing.
I'm gonna take like 2 running steps and then slide into it and try to kick it with my slide. You see what I'm saying?
Baseball slide, just boom.
Baseball slide kick it.
Okay, good. Nice.
17 to hit.
It misses, but I do remind you do have inspiration. Or bardic inspiration.
That's too awesome.
Yeah, I'll use that. That adds a D8?
Yep.
Okay, so that adds 5.
Adding the 5, you feel like the kind of like of Elise's like thoughts, and you're like, yeah, I freaking got this. Of course I've got this. And you basically lift your foot at just the right time, and you just smash into its lower bits. So yes, you hit it for 5.
Excellent.
You know.
I'm going to kick it again because I'm already on the ground.
Sure.
19 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
For another 5.
How does that look?
I mean, kind of a little bit more pathetic because he doesn't have the momentum behind him anymore. So
I imagine it's like one of those like heel kicks, like the heel down.
Yeah, he just pulls pulls both of his legs back and just slams them back. He feels it connect the first time, and he's like, "Yep, there it is," and he just pulls both of his feet back and plants them in again.
That looks awesome. Yeah, you definitely feel a resounding crack.
And then I'm gonna
you kind of shoot this last one, but it's not quite dead yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit up now. I'm gonna in my turn kind of like kneeling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to stand completely up. I want to be down at its level.
Okay, you're like psyching it out.
Hey there, champ. Listen, you're doing good, but I need you to fuck off.
Saying that, it's Balance's turn.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna... what the fuck am I gonna do?
Fuck it up.
Fucking casters, man. They're never ready.
Never ready at all.
Oh, wait, you're not technically a spell user, are you? God, jeez.
I'm not a spell... Well, not really. I have a thing, but it's not spells. It's weird.
You're magic in Rhal's eyes.
Oh.
Ship.
Put that on a Valentine's card somewhere.
All right, what are you doing?
TLD Valentine.
I'll make them.
Balance is going to use his mind thrust again. This time, though, he's going to try to make it seem like Rhal is like the big threat right now. Like Rhal is the one doing the damage.
Okay.
Like psych it out into thinking that Rhal's doing it.
Okay. Yeah, you're basically making it think that Rhal is kicking it in the face again.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, go for it. Go for it. So I need to roll a thing, don't I?
DC 14 int save, and it's 10 damage if it fails.
It succeeds. It rolled an 18 before I added anything else.
Oh.
So it doesn't fall for your Jedi mind tricks. It knows that Rhal is not kicking it again.
Young
This isn't
master
the scion you're
Skywalker.
looking for.
Sitting on his knees, yeah. It's now Zaltanna. What do you want to do? Rocky's still going for you, man.
I'm gonna stab him again. Stab.
Stab you, stab. You have advantage.
I got a 20.
Nice.
Not natural.
Not natural.
What does it look like?
When I kill it?
No.
I'm doing the same thing
Don't
over.
be so foolish.
I'm doing the same thing over again. I'm stabbing it.
Okay,
And I'm
don't forget
gonna
to roll
wrap-
your d6. So that's right. No, it's not right. Okay, I'm sorry. Ignore me.
Yeah. I'm not casting Wrathful Smite this time.
Okay.
I am...
Are you smiting the motherfucker?
Yes, I am. I hate this thing.
Divine Smite. You can spend 1 spell slot to do an extra 2d8. Alright. You are, and I'm gonna do it again, you are calling upon your divine patron. What the fuck are you doing to entice Tyr to smite this motherfucker?
I feel like I have the thing I usually say, but I can't remember it right now.
Bring down the holy thunder.
Yes. Okay, that's what I'm saying again. Bring down the holy thunder.
And once again, smiting the accent from your body.
Sure, roll the damage.
That is a 7. So that's 17 damage in all. Tell me that killed it, please.
As close as damage to swearing. This is with a single hit point, so fuck this shit. As you like do this and lift your sword high and ask Tyr to bring the holy thunder in a somewhat more southern accent than before, you smash it down and this huge explosion of thunder basically explodes explodes Rocky into like 1,000 different pieces, turning it into smaller pebbles than Pebble was turned into. And you just like, as you smash down, you hear like Cal like screaming, sort of like,
Yes. Right. What happened to your voice?
and that's the end of your go. There is a singular creature left. This singular creature is standing in front of Rhal, who is trying to psych it out. And do you know what? You're trying to psych it out. It's going to go for you. All right, I do this every single time. I put my dice back in my dice box, even though I know it's not dead yet. Fuck me.
You just
Such a moron.
you believe in us. That's all that means.
So it hit for 20 versus your armor class.
That will do it.
Yep, and this one just basically jumps at you and sinks its fangs into your chest and leaves like 2 massive gouge marks for 8 damage. That makes it Caden's go. Caden's gonna go over and just like play bop it with a sword.
Bop it. Twist it.
To 26 versus its karma class, which it does. And you basically just see this like green sword just like smash down hard upon the top of it. And you see Stony crack in half as this creature is dead. It is smoked.
Thank God.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of that combat.
Is everyone okay? Balance, you are bleeding.
No, my knees hurt.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk over, touch Balance's knee, and lay on hands for. Is 10 good, or do you need less than that?
I mean, that depends if you're trying to get me to full or not.
Well, you're gonna rest again in a bit.
Yeah, we haven't finished our rest yet, right?
I'm still
You
gonna
have
heal
not.
you because I'm your friend and it's flavor.
All right, so yeah,
Aw.
10's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Because I have a bigger pool now.
you feel tears holy light rushing through you. Your knees glow bright in the 4 puncture holes that you have, and then with a slight flash, they heal over.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, what was that?
Who is the least hurt?
Caden.
At
Caden.
least, Caden. Yes.
Caden, would you mind taking over watch so we can sleep?
Sure. Go for it. I'm pretty rested.
Thanks. I guess we'll have to do the mental thing tomorrow night. I don't want you to extend yourself after a battle.
All right, if you're sure.
Yeah, I don't want you to extend yourself after a battle. I know you only need 4 hours, unless you feel like you want to do it.
I've got plenty of juice ready to go anyways.
All right, then let's do it.
All right. You guys settled down. Zaltanna is attempting to nod off to sleep.
And Balance is going to go through the mental link into Zaltanna's mind.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to do anything. He wants to kind of hang out in the background and wait till she starts dreaming. He's never done it before, so I don't know how you want to do this, but like
Yeah,
he essentially
dreaming-
wants to like be there when she dreams to see if like something happens.
You don't notice anything hanging out in the back of her mind because dreaming is a kind of separate entity. It's subconscious, not conscious.
There's no way I can like try to delve into it.
You can try. You will need to justify one of your abilities to me or justify some sort of role, but it's not something you can just do
Right.
because dreams are private. They're very contained.
I did give him consent.
Consent or not, he still needs to break through that.
I would say it's probably just a straight intelligence check
Why?
because it's basically just my mental power versus hers willingly or not blocking me out.
Okay, that's fine. Then go for yeah, go for it. But you can have it advantage because she knows that you're going to be doing this. She's trying to help you come in,
Okay.
albeit that she's asleep and can't really control these things. But you know she's open to the idea. So yeah, do it with advantage.
Okay.
It's going to be tough though.
That's disgusting. I fucking hate you, Roll20. I hate you. You're a piece of shit. Actually, the worst. That was an 8.
You cannot join her for this stream. You are
Shit.
unable to tap in. Sultana,
Yep,
I
I'm
need
about
you
to
make
click
the
it.
additional roll. Yeah, sorry.
That is a 15.
And you also rolled that at advantage, which you should not have.
Oh shit, you're right.
Cheater.
First one. Cheater.
The Sandman slaps
I
you
mean,
in
I
your
do
dreams.
have
6.
advantage on wisdom saving throws anyway. But
You do?
yeah,
do?
The fuck have you had that?
always. Or it's I have like the green thing is clicked on my wisdom saving throw. It's because I'm a paladin.
That's proficiency.
Oh, never mind then. 19.
That doesn't matter. The first one you rolled was not. The first one you rolled was a 6. Do you know what? I'll let you have the 19. You have a pretty dreamless night. If you want to, you can opt to fail.
Yeah, I'll opt to fail.
All right. Alone, without help from friends, companions. You go to that dark space immediately. You want this to happen now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no dream. There's nothing. You just go to the dark space. And standing before you is Adet.
Baby?
Anna?
Oh my god, you're alive.
You can hear me, Anna. And she runs forward and she puts her arms, but they pass through you.
I go to touch her face.
Your hand just passes through her head.
Odette,
Anna,
I missed you so much.
I've been trying to reach you for so long. I can't keep this open for very long.
I thought you were dead. Where are you?
I don't know. I don't know where I am. It's really dark.
Is Tuck with you?
He's here and Anna, the things they're doing to him, what they're making me do.
Who, the double ones?
And then she begins to fade
Oh, Dad.
in and out, and you can't really hear what she's saying, and she looks terrified, she looks scared.
I can't hear you, baby.
You pretty much get the feeling that she's shouting the same back at you. And then you hear a voice, and you turn around to see that voice. She's looking over, she's seen this too behind your shoulder. Her eyes go wide and terrified, and she just blinks out. And as you stare behind you, you see the Sandman. Fuck. And he says,
Oh, finding her is going to be so easy now, thank you.
God damn it. Please. Please don't take her from me.
I will wipe all of you off this earth, but she has interesting powers. Maybe we'll start by ripping her apart instead.
Don't you
Thank
fucking
you,
dare.
Zaltanna.
No.
You have been
No.
the most wonderful guest.
No.
and you wake up.
She wakes up screaming no.
Hello everyone, Rhal here, voiced by Neil. Thank you so much for listening. If you are enjoying the show, please, the best way to help us out right now is to leave a rating and review on iTunes or wherever you are listening to your podcasts. We are a podcast on the Spark Network. You can find more shows on the Spark Network at thespark.network. Pretty please come hang out with us on Twitter. We love to hear from everyone on Twitter. We love hearing reactions from the episodes and such. We have a Discord channel where we also hang out. You can find that link to that on the Twitter. Sometimes we do special things on the Twitter, like giveaways and such. So it's the best way to connect with us. You can also contact the show at theluckydiepodcast@gmail.com. Thank you to everyone who has been supportive of us so far. And thanks to everyone who has shared the show with a friend, because word of mouth is pretty much the only way that we are able to grow at this point in the podcast. So thank you so much to everyone who has shared the show with a friend, left a review, interacted with us on Twitter. That all means so much to us. Thank you. And thanks, of course, for listening. Until next time, bye. The
Spark Network. Imagine what your idea can do. And this is the part of the podcast where we become undead, and then the rest of the episodes are about us
Taking over the world.
as undead, destroying towns.
Yeah, it'll be about the person controlling you. Like, he's the necromancer and he's in charge of you, and you guys tend to eat his brain. He's like, no, dude, you can't do that because you're undead. And you're like, fine, we're undead. We'll do your bidding. It'd be a really awesome podcast because you guys will do exactly as I tell you to.
I gotta
the
say,
easiest
an
thing to game
undead
ever.
scion does sound pretty badass in theory.
I fought one in a LARP, and they are terrifying.
That sounds terrifying.
Let's not like appeal to my power hungry ways, and we'll continue on into this mine.
It
Blooper.
wouldn't be much of a fun podcast if you were in charge of everything our characters
Fucking-
did.
Terrible.
That could be a bonus episode as we do an undead filler arc.
Dude, don't do filler arcs. I can barely do these arcs. Like, no fillers as well. I mean, oh man. Oh fuck.
Started
mine.
channeling your inner Demi there.
No, Demi's no. Demi's cool. Demi's good. It's okay. It's fine.